sustainability and delivers educational magic for the whole fam. So don't just scroll, scurry over to thecapybaracafe.com and book your encounter now. The Capybara Cafe, where curiosity lives and your wild heart gets to roam. All right, we're getting back to the boat drinks. Meme it or leave it today. Our first one here. Lord, scoot the sun back some.
Wait.
We down here falling off the bone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, why is it so close?
So close.
I've had enough.
Next up, I always say, but I don't know though, after giving advice in case it ruins their life.
That's true. That's
But
true.
I don't know though.
Yeah, you could try that out. I don't know.
Next up, my cousin tried to get married at the courthouse and he had a warrant.
Florida.
Yeah, totally.
I love this.
Next up, it's funny how all the trust goes away
Yeah.
when you're looking for the remote.
Yep.
Are you sitting on the remote? No, stand up.
That's
I
true.
hate my remote. I have one of those Apple TV remotes. I hate
Those
it.
things are so small.
It's so small and so
Stupid.
annoying.
Stupid.
Next up, people in 1997 when the robotic voice around the world, around
Yes.
the... That's the iconic photo. This should be an album cover. I love that photo.
That's funny.
Look at the girl at the bottom. She's like with
Stupid.
her tongue out. Next up, sorry, my dog expects me to be home by a certain time.
You know what? And I'm okay with that.
I am okay with
My
that.
life revolves around my dogs.
And if they have a problem with it, you talk to Gucci, because I dare you.
Yeah, and if they have a problem with me getting home late to feed her, or if Jim can't get home by a certain time, then you can deal with the vomit and the stuff that she goes through with her digestive issues.
True to the max. All right, next up. When you don't have money, but you have a lot of faith.
The Jesus ATM
Yes,
card.
that is the Guadalupe, yes.
That is hilarious.
All right, next up. Sometimes my husband says something adorable, and it completely ruins my plan to be annoyed at him all day.
Yeah, Jim does that.
Sometimes,
And I'm like, damn it.
All right, here's my crown jewel for today. Well then, what the hell did Jolene look like? This was
Right?
Dolly Parton in 1982.
True story.
What did Jolene look like? I'm
Yes.
busting to know.
Last one.
I'm almost certain there's an easier way to blow up a balloon.
That's hilarious. I cannot with these
Oh
people.
my gosh. But what I can do is go over to Boat Drinks. Somewhere between lunch and legend, there's a place where the day slips off its mundane. Helmed by Captain Rob and Captain Whitney, part hosts, part legends, part beautifully orchestrated icons. This isn't just a bar, it's a daytime escape portal for people who refuse to live boring lives. Boat Drinks Bar is the vibe to thrive, to stay alive. You didn't plan to stay all afternoon, but Boat Drinks has never been concerned with your plans. Find your escape in Uptown St. Augustine, 123 San Marco Avenue, where the afternoons arrive fashionably late and leave comfortably transformed. Boat Drinks. All right, now we're going to get into the Reddit Rundown Report. Today's subreddit, of course, is Am I the Asshole?
Oh, thank God.
The TLDR is Am I the Asshole for making my daughter-in-law cry when proving the earth was round?
I can't do this today.
Oh, today.
I can't do this
Today.
It's Tuesday. Come on. This is like a Friday one.
All right, here it starts. This is stupid, and I really don't like that I am in the wrong. I am not going to hide that I am not a
She
huge...
said this is stupid.
This is so stupid. This is what she started off
It's
with.
like the constipation lady.
I'm not going to hide that I am not a huge fan of my daughter-in-law. She can be a moron, and we have clashed over basic things. My 2 grandkids are at my place this week. I like everything NASA, space related, and I have been staying up to date with Artemis 2 journey, etc., etc. My 2 grandkids are 5 and 7. They saw me watching and were confused, the best way to put it. They thought it was fake because their mom told them things in space were fake. I assumed she was talking about space movies, not overall the fact that people went to space. I decided to show them the moon landing and some takeoffs. I asked if they wanted to see a double sunset. This is when you lay down and watch the sun go down. The moment you don't see it, you stand up and get somewhere higher and you see the sunset again because the earth is curved.
That's cool.
My daughter-in-law showed up, and when we were waiting for the sun to go down, we did a little experiment and saw the sunset twice. The boys had a great time. I made a comment that this was one way to show that the earth is a big ball. Insert my daughter-in-law.
Oh, here we
She
go.
had issues with that. She told me I'm not telling the truth and that the earth isn't round. I was confused, and she told me that the earth was flat.
Is this real?
I started grilling her the way she thought that, why she thought that, and couldn't give me a real true reason on her beliefs. I asked her to explain why the other planets were round or why we could see a double sunset. I asked her why boats disappear in the distance from the bottom up. She got upset and said I was calling her stupid. I didn't say it out loud, but this is literally my definition of stupid, thinking the earth was flat. She left with the kids. I got a call from my son.
Snorted.
I know. I got a call from my son, of course, and his wife has been crying and crying.
Oh, stop it.
The boys kept asking her about space questions and not believing what she says because I showed them the other videos. He told me I have to apologize and that I overstepped. I told him I won't apologize because the earth is literally freaking round. He said he knows, but I need to apologize to keep the
For
peace.
what? What are you going to apologize
Am I
for?
the asshole?
No, what is she supposed to apologize for? Like scientific fact? I'm going to have you apologize because this is scientifically proven. I don't understand. Is this real?
Yes. Notable comments here. Acceptable cut 7545 says, if it's real, the son is stupid as the daughter-in-law. Yeah, I know she's filling our kids' minds with fake garbage, but you still have to apologize for telling them the truth?
Yeah.
F that. She's going to tell the kids dinosaur bones are fake too.
These people really exist.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, is Grandpa the jerk here for showing his grandkids a double sunset
No.
experiment? Or actually is pretty cool science lesson, I think, right?
I think so too, and I think the fact that these kids, because think about it, this woman is sending her children to school with these kids thinking the world is flat.
I mean, they're going to get
Those
really
teachers,
tormented
not
about,
only
right?
that, but those teachers are going to think that there's something wrong and they're going to report them.
Which specific 9891 says, yeah, the daughter-in-law is an absolute fool. But the son knows the facts and is allowing his children to
Yeah.
be raised with lies,
Yeah.
leading them to difficulty in life and great confusion
Yes.
and frustration for everyone. These parents are awful people.
They're not teaching their kids the things.
Right. I mean, I've never ran into somebody that thought the earth was flat.
No, and I think if I did, I would just forehead thunk them.
So, with that being said, another comment here from GothMom85.
Oh, Jesus.
She has encountered some of these people. If you
Oh.
think that's wild, my mother-in-law somehow mixed up either Native American or Hindu mythology with the flat earth thing and thinks the earth is flat and on the back of a turtle. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta take a break before I start coughing.
Wait, on the back. I just got a visual. There's a turtle and there's.
Sheldon.
Is this real?
I guess in space, since she has already been abducted by aliens,
Oh my God.
Greys, and so was my husband as a child, she remembers. Also, I don't say this word on air, but it starts with an I, is a lizard alien people that, okay, if it gets very political here, we're not going to go even further than that.
The movie Avatar is strictly a movie, people.
I was just
It's
editing
not
in my
real.
face. So funny. Punctual Dromedary says, yeah, I went to Antarctica a few years ago, and when I mentioned it to a few fellow parents at my kid's school, he asked me if I'd seen The Wall. I had no idea what he was talking about. He told me earnestly that it was the wall that ends the earth, and he'd seen videos of it on the YouTube.
Oh my God.
I was so stunned I didn't even know what to say. So, the mom told her 5 and 7-year-old kids that things in space are fake. Where's the line between a parent's right to teach kids what they believe and a grandparent's right to show them the science? Like, there's got to be a balance there. I get people believe in things and they get in their silos of conspiracy theories. And where do you find a balance of keeping
Apparently,
the peace?
it's on turtles.
Yeah,
just-
I bet. Well,
like-
that took the cake for me. But there's got to be a balance, right? Because parents are raising their kids the way they want to raise them, which they have a right to.
But I think at some
But
point,
when does somebody else step in and say, "Ooh, that's not the right way"? That's a
I
grandparent's
think
kind
the
of a way,
major
though.
issue is it's like people constantly push their beliefs. It's like I'll say it. I do not appreciate when people who, and I understand, I believe in God too. I'm not saying I don't. But when somebody jams it down my throat and tries to push their beliefs on me, just on anything, that's when I draw the line. And parents, at some point, I feel like sometimes they can push their beliefs on their kids without realizing it. But then when these kids go to school, they're going to learn factual information.
Yeah.
Like in a textbook or on the internet and like all these things.
Well, since we're going down the religious rabbit hole delicately, I do find it interesting that, when I was raised, I was raised Catholic, and you had to be Catholic, and my father was Episcopalian. And so I just find it interesting that if I had children, I would like for them to find their own spiritual journey, and I'll support them on it, and we'll learn together about it. But if that's their path
you gotta
of belief, I love that for them. That's
facts,
theirs.
But
facts instead of clouding them with
because think about it. Then with these kids being 5 and 7, they're thinking this world is flat, and then they're going to grow up, and that can seriously cause when they find out their parent lied to them, or like that can lead to a whole nother set of issues and like false realities and things that they can have far more damaging effects than just like, oh, it's silly, the world's flat.
The other side of that flip coin, Mel, is that the other damaging effects are this relationship between grandfather and he's probably not going to be seeing these kids too much now, which
because
sucks.
that's what people do.
Yeah,
they use the kids as leverage and like, oh, well, now you said that to my kid, and that's not my belief. Now you don't get to see your grandkids.
So
people do this crap all the time, and it's so stupid.
Maybe another part of this whole science lesson is that we keep it to ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Do you speak up or do you bite your tongue? Like,
I don't think the grandpa did anything wrong. I think he honestly was like, I just want to share my love of something with my kid.
But like to avoid the controversy of,
I think he did it kind of annoy the daughter-in-law. To be honest, that's what kind of sounds like.
I mean, he didn't call her stupid, but she was really stupid.
He kind of did.
It kind of did.
I think he did it on purpose to kind of aggravate her, like poke her because it's so absurd
that she's just so off kilter. Well, I mean, people do this with politics. They do it with religion. They do it all over the board because they think that, what you are believing in is stupid. It's kind of why I wanted to bring this to the table today, because people are always going to push their agendas.
Yes.
And if you don't buy into that agenda, you're no longer valid.
You're the bad guy.
Yeah, you're the bad guy. You're the path of least resistance.
Or if you figure out their end game and their agenda, then you're like, oh, no, and you flip those tables, you're even worse.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
I mean, it just reminds me of like being around like a dinner table with people that, are homophobic. You know what I mean? Like, then my therapist taught me, like, I have the choice. Do I make it a thing? Is it going to be a thing, or is it not a thing? And you've got to pick your time. And there's a time to flex and stand up, and then there's a time to be like,
this is not the time.
I mean, living down here is not an easy thing to do.
Because also, too, you have to realize the conversation that you're about to have is the person on the other end receiving end going to be, one, emotionally mature enough,
right,
and number two, have the mental capacity to hear your conversation. Usually the answer is no. I mean, so if that's the case, you can't have the conversation with someone like that. This is the
reason why I wish I was wealthy, because then I would be able to have the mouth that I truly want to be able to have. And there's so many times where I can't speak up for those things because it's going to affect my business or my life in some other way, because everybody kind of the community hub, so it's a weird thing. I know I'm going down a tangent and a rabbit hole, but I feel bad for this grandpa because now he's going to be alienated from these kids who are learning some not factual things.
And then you know what happened? The grandkids, oh my God, words are hard, are going to be like, why can't we see him anymore, Mom? But you lied to us. We learned this in school.
Right.
It's going to create a whole nother demographic.
It's going to be a whole nother level. I just want to go back to what the grandpa said that made her feel so stupid. What was it? Daughter-in-law showed up. I asked her why the boats disappear in the distance from the bottom up. Okay, that's it. And she got upset because I was calling her stupid.
Well, he didn't come right out.
I don't think he was that mean to her. I just think that he was having a conversation of like, why do you believe it this way? It doesn't sound like he raised his voice. It doesn't sound like he pointed a finger, which I think he handled it classy. She's really...
And to be honest, it almost seems like she's looking for a reason to not be around them.
Well, I mean, one of my favorite goals in life is to learn from other people. I love to learn from other people and see how they, they communicate or they move in their lives. And I love to be like water when it comes to people. I know that I'm going to shift and I'm going to move. And like we talked about the river the other day. And I think that's really important. But I also think that there's people like her that are very rigid in their beliefs, that there is no way, there's nothing permeating this wall.
They're not hearing anything you're saying.
They're not.
people like that, I just have to walk away. I don't have any patience.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
hearing me.
this grandpa may have to take some time away from these kids, but I want him to know that he did the right thing.
I think he did.
He did. He stood up
taught
for
them
what
something cool.
something super cool, and it really inspired them to
And they
keep
were like,
asking
"Oh."
questions and keep
Yeah.
being curious. So I think interesting Reddit today. But let's
I
head
can't
over.
believe there are people who really think the world is flat. Like, if I ever encounter these people, I'm going to just do this face.
And I think that's the way that we got to do it. Yeah, definitely. Let's head over to Panache. Every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, their guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space, dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission. You gotta get Panache.com and get with it, boo. All right, we got 3 stories in front of us today, Sunnies, and you out there in the Sunnyverse are going to be the judge and the jury to let Mel know, are these newsworthy or are these just a campfire story that she should keep to herself
So
with a tube of
dramatic
chapstick
today.
and a dance belt? All right, this first one, the 12-week miracle, and it's not about my weight loss.
Oh, my God.
Here's a story. Researchers at Binghamton University Binghamton up in New York gave a drug called vamorolone to a group of very young boys with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Ooh, that's a mouthful. This is a serious disease that slowly weakens a child's muscles, and it affects mostly boys. 20 little kids ages 2 to 4 treated for 12 weeks. It's an early small study. The researchers themselves say it's promising, not the final word. So what's on my desk, Mel? A small study, 12 weeks, convince me.
Okay, so here we go. The disease first starts stealing muscle from these boys at birth.
Oh.
But doctors usually can't catch it until a child's already 4, 5, or 6 years old. By then, the damage is already done.
Yeah.
So they measure motor skills on a scale where a healthy kid scores about a 10.
Okay.
These boys started at a 5.
Oh, my.
After just 12 weeks, they climbed to around 8. One of the lead scientists said out loud how surprised he was at how fast they improved. And this isn't some far-off science fiction drug. It's already approved by the FDA back in 2023.
That's big.
Built to be gentler on a kid's growing than old steroids. So this is a tool we already have. We just need to use it smarter and sooner. This specific type of muscular dystrophy was added to the standard newborn screening list. So that means doctors might catch it soon in the babies and protect these little muscles before they ever get lost.
For me,
News.
that is absolutely news. Early detection is really the key. I think that's amazing.
But it kind of pisses me off that we've had it since 2023 and they're just now like getting it more into the forefront.
They've been busy.
Okay.
All right, story 2.
News.
Say cheese. All right, here's the story. A study out of the University of Toronto found that eating 3 servings of a day of full-fat dairy, the real stuff, whole milk, actual cheese, didn't raise people's weight, body fat, or cholesterol over 12 weeks. Shocker. Mel found a story that says cheese, it's fine, stop the presses, go hell.
I've been waiting for this story my whole life, guys.
Make some
Here we
news.
go. So pull up a chair. Decades they told us full-fat dairy was the villain. Skim
That's
milk,
true.
fat-free cheese, and that little watery yogurt. The study looked at a whole-fat dairy diet and found no bump in weight, no body composition, or cholesterol.
It's the real deal.
So, and this is the part I need engraved somewhere. The people that ate 3 servings of full-fat dairy actually had lower blood pressure, more calcium, and protein and vitamin D.
Wow.
Yep. So there's real science here, guys. It's not just my wishful thinking and my love of the cheese aisle.
It's pulling its weight.
So the idea that in food like cheese, the fat and proteins are bound together in a structure that changes how your body digests it.
Oh.
So a nutrient in cheese doesn't behave like the same nutrient sitting by itself. Whole foods are more than the sum of their parts.
Dairy matrix. I love
Scientists
it.
say it especially matters for older folks who often struggle to get enough protein and nutrients but can't eat huge portions. For a lot of our seniors, a familiar nutrient-packed food like dairy is an easy win. So it's not a fluff story, guys. And I do believe I do believe all these people trying to altering ingredients and making cheese this and making cheese that. There's something to be said about using full fat cheeses instead of skim cheese. And FYI, when you cook, if you use a skim cheese or a low fat cheese, it's like a so
I don't do it.
I'm personally, I'm over people trying to alter food to make it healthier because all that does is deplete the real nutrients in food.
Yes, you're right.
Just like James was saying on the show, The Gardener, the other day.
Yep.
He was saying the fertilizers that they use in these big to grow the produce for these big stores, it's starting to become toxic.
Yeah.
So it's depleting the nutrient level in vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is 100% news because I'm a firm believer in if you like something, eat something, but eat the real stuff. Don't eat the substitute crap.
I agree. You just buttered me up and folded me like a grilled cheese on that one. Thank you very much. I think that one's absolutely newsworthy.
I will fight for cheese.
Cheese is news to me. I'm just saying.
Full fat, full flavor cheese.
Loving it all. Blah, 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 blah.
If you're lactose intolerant, I'm sorry because cashews are not meant to be cheese.
Oh, just fart it out. All right, let's go to Milo's Magic, the blind horse who refused to quit.
News, we're done.
Okay, there we go. Let's head over to... I'm just kidding. Here's the story all the way from rural England. Milo is a 15-year-old Appaloosa, that beautiful spotted breed. He is a dressage horse. Now, dressage, Sonny's, is a sport folks call bullet on horseback. Also, that's a... Devils on a horseback is a really
Lady
good...
Stavely does that.
It was Brian's favorite appetizer was the Devils on a Horseback. It was dates wrapped with bacon, a little bit of blue cheese, and like a honey drizzle.
Dame Cynthia.
Oh, yeah.
Does this.
Cynthia James. This is her people. We should tag her in right now.
Yeah.
It takes incredible communication between the horse and the rider. And Milo has been a natural at it his whole life, racking up sashes and blue ribbons, even winning prestigious Royal Windsor Horse Show 8 years in a row, Sonnies. Wow. But here's where it turns something extraordinary. At 13 years old, despite multiple surgeries trying to save them, Milo lost sight in both of his eyes. He went completely blind, and you would think that's the end of a show horse's career, right? Wrong. A blind horse dancing through precise routines in a ring, and he can't even see? Well, nobody told Milo that, because this remarkable animal came up with his own solution, something riders call equine braille. Milo actually feels the pressure of his own hooves on the ground to map out where he is in space, like reading the floor by touch. On top of that, his hearing has become sharper, and he leans completely on his rider for guidance. He was blind, so she became his eyes.
It's true. So the young rider is a woman named Megan, and here's the part that gets me.
With an H?
No. She had Milo since she was a kid, and he was just 3 years old.
Oh, that's
and
a
she
beautiful
said
story.
they mostly grew up together.
Yeah.
And they've got a real brother-sisterhood bond. So when Milo went blind, she didn't retire him. She didn't give up on him. She said, and I quote, "I became his eyes."
Ugh.
She talks to him like he's a human. She guides him with every muscle in her body, and he trusts her completely.
That's a partnership right there.
100%. And now Megan is 28 years old, and Milo is 13. She's had him since she was 3.
God's sakes.
And
so
she
sweet.
runs a riding school in Worcester. I'm telling you, I think this, because it's true. Animals have a very distinct knack for when something happens and takes away a sensory, their other ones get stronger. That's why you'll see like the 3-legged dogs.
Yeah.
You know,
It's amazing the agility that animals have. And how often do we let a closed door convince us that the whole house
All
is
the
locked?
time.
Right? We lose one ability, one plan, one path, and we're all counting on it, and we decide that the dream is over. But Milo reminds us that a setback is a set up, which is amazing. I love this story.
News.
So inspiring. And Milo is my new favorite horse. I love
that's
that.
Morgan's cat's name, Milo.
Oh, it's a little time for a little bit of wine with Ben 39 with some cats.
Yes.
Ben 39, the hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine since 2016. This is your secret getaway to a fabulous time. It's tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn, and this charming spot boasts a courtyard setting that's straight out of a dream at the north end of St. George Street. Their wine collection features over 85 unique gems, is a journey into the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers. They're open daily from 8 to 8 and Thursday to Sunday from 1 to 7. You gotta check them out. Bin 39.
Now you have the tricky part.
Now we have the tricky part of Hey Girl, Hey Horrible Horoscopes.
All right.
Cancer, Leo, Virgo on deck today. We got
Hey.
Cancer. Oh, so sensitive, Cancer.
Oh, God.
The stars looked at your feelings and said, let's give them a workout.
Insert creepy laugh here.
You'll get weepy over a text that turns out to be a wrong number.
Oh, cancers are so exhausting.
Then, seeking comfort, you'll call someone to vent and they'll put you on hold to a more important call. Is this my mother? She does this to me all the time. So, hold on. And it's like, Susan, you can't leave me on hold for 10 minutes. Ridiculous. And when they come back, they forgot you were there. Susan, this is my mom's sign. It should
hilarious.
be. Later, you'll bravely open up about something real and the person will respond anyway and change the subject to parking. Go home, girl. Adopt a house plan. It won't love you back either, but at least you'll be quiet about it.
Go outside.
Oh, my God, that
go
was
outside.
horrible. Leo. Jim and Misty.
Yeah.
July 23rd, August 22nd. Hey, girl, hey, you woke up ready to be seen. And oh, you will be. You'll post another photo, the serve of the century, and immediately notice the typo in your own caption that you cannot edit without deleting the whole thing and losing all the likes. So it stays forever, misspelled. Then you'll go to a grand entrance somewhere and walk confidently into a glass door in front of everyone. They clapped, Leo, not for the reason you wanted, never for the reason you wanted.
That's hilarious.
Ouch. Ooh.
That's revolving doors.
Virgo. Ashim.
Oh, no.
August 23rd through September 22nd. Sweet, meticulous Virgo. Today, the universe hides your keys just to watch the light leave in your eyes.
Oh, my God.
You'll make the perfect to-do list, feel a wave of divine control, and then spill something on it before completing a single item. You'll redo it, you'll spill something on it again, and later you'll finally finish a project you're proud of and hit save, and the computer will restart for an update it's scheduled specifically to ruin you. The crumb is back, girl. It brought friends. They've formed a colony under your fridge, and they know your fears.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, man, but Sonnies, that's a wrap on this terrific Tiny Tim Tuesday. We chilled, we thrilled, we laughed, we thrived, and most importantly,
We survived.
That's right. We will be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, what?
Who is it? It's Wednesday.
Oh, it's Renee Day.
That's right. It's Renee Day tomorrow. We're going to be tuning in for some more fall events and some great things. Hopefully, we'll be talking about Celtic Festival.
Yes.
We will see you later. Hit that share button, Sonnies. We love you so
Do it,
much.
guys.
Have a great evening. Yo, that's the show. Before you go, hit the share. Let the whole town
We
know.
had good vibes. We had some for days. Because that's Sunny in 100 ways.
Tap it, send it, text your crew.
Tell your mama and your neighbors too.
Word.